Hi everyone and welcome back. I am sorry for the lack of posting video last week. I had a small mishap and misplaced my camera. How one can lose their camera, who knows? I'll get back to you when I figure that out. I found it in a random place that I didn't even realise I'd put it in, and so I'm back to normal filming as of this week. So today's video is going to be my September favourites. Can you believe that I am already talking about September favourites? There's now not very much longer left until the end of the year and we'll be in 2015. I know that seems like a few months off yet, but it's going so quick. I literally cannot believe how fast the time is flying. Anyway, on to the products that I'm going to be talking about today. There are quite a few new products in today's mix. I've been experimenting with a fair few things that have been coming out. There's also quite a mixture of items. I've got a few skincare bits. I've even got a couple of hair bits, which is unusual for me. So on to my favourites for September. So my first favourite is a hairbrush. It's the wet brush. It's got a bit of hair in it, but it means it's well used. I picked this up about 3 or 4 weeks ago. I'd heard a lot of people talking about it, saying that it was an innovative product for hair and made brushing through what's normally knotty tangly hair after having washed it much easier. My hair can get quite tangly when I come out of the shower, and more often than not I do find with a normal brush I'm tugging my hairbrush through, and I feel like I end up losing a lot of hair by just tugging on it so much. This brush makes life so much easier. It literally just glides through. It's so much simpler to use. There's no tugging needed. The bristles are quite thin, so they easily glide through the hair, and this has made brushing my hair in the mornings after having a shower so much easier. It's not so great for styling because the bristles are so thin. I do prefer my normal hairbrush for styling, as I kind of feel that it pulls it back off my face and I get a tighter grip. But this is fantastic for brushing your hair either in the shower whilst you're washing it or after having washed it and it's still wet. Next up is a skincare product. I have literally just bought this about a week ago now, and it's the Clinique Anti-Blemish Solutions Clinical Clearing Gel. That's a mouthful. It's basically like a blemish spot treatment, in that you can just squirt a little bit onto your fingers and then dab on to any blemishes or spots that you may have, and it's supposed to target the redness and try and dull down those blemishes. At the moment my skin is really bad. I've been breaking out a fair bit and I've had a lot of oiliness in my T-zone. So I am trying out a fair few products to try and see if I can get something to combat that, but also at the same time not to throw me the other way and dry my skin out. When I went through my last oily phase, I went to the Clinique counter, and that was my first ever Clinique purchase. I found doing their 1, 2, 3 step, it's like a cleanse, toner and then moisturising routine, really helped sort my skin out. However, I did find that it then sent it the other way and went dry. So I thought I'd go back to Clinique because they've brought a few new products out specifically designed for oily skin and to help target and combat spots. This is around £20, £22. I will link it below with the prices, and it's, as you can see, quite a small bottle there. You literally need only a small amount, pop it onto your fingers and then apply a thin layer to any spots that you may have and literally allow it to dry. It does sometimes feel like there's almost like a clear mask over it. Generally though, I found this has been quite good. It's helped clear up my spots but not dry them out. They've just kind of faded on their own, and it's dulled down the bright redness of them. The blemishes, it's still a work in progress, so I will update you as to how I get on with that, but I will be doing a full blog post on this pretty soon. Next up is a makeup brush, and I have been lusting after Sigma brushes for a long time. So when I spotted someone selling this on Facebook, it was a brand new brush. They had never used it, they just never found a use for it. So I thought I'd give it a whirl. So I got the foundation F60 brush. So it looks just like that, and that's the brush itself there. I have used this to apply both foundation and concealer, and I really like how it's got this kind of domed top. It really allows you to kind of get in under your eyes and properly blend out any foundation or concealer that you put on. I love the big chunky handles. They make them great to kind of grip onto and really allow you to apply the pressure that you need. I haven't tried washing it yet, so I don't know what it's like to wash. I have heard they're fairly simple to wash and they don't lose any bristles or anything, but the brush itself is quite soft. It doesn't seem to absorb the product like some brushes do. It just picks up the right amount and then allows you to evenly distribute it. Next up is another hair product. I know, 2 hair products in one favourites video is completely unlike me. Normally I steer clear of anything that deviates away from my normal hair routine, purely because my hair doesn't like a lot of products. This one has literally changed my routine completely, and it's the Big Sea Salt shampoo from Lush. I was bought this as a gift for my birthday from one of my friends, and I was a bit dubious about trying it at first because I know what my hair can be like. As soon as I change my shampoo or conditioner and my hair doesn't like it, I can blow dry it and it literally looks like I haven't washed it. I'll be left with this greasy residue in the roots that looks like it's about 3rd day hair, and all I want to do is just go and wash it again. So like I said, I was dubious about trying this, and it's kind of a weird formula to be putting on your hair. It smells really nice. It's kind of sea breezy and it's really fresh. It's got seaweed and coconut in it as well as salt, and there's neroli, mandarin, orange flower and vanilla in this. Can't smell the vanilla, it's just quite a strong florally scent. You scoop some of this into your hand and it is a very salty texture, so it literally feels like you're putting salt granules into your hair. You massage it in, it forms a little bit of a lather, not too much like you would get with a normal shampoo or conditioner, and then you just massage it in through your hair and rinse out as normal. I found it quite nice rubbing the sea salt into my hair because it felt like it was really getting in and cleaning it properly. I did follow this with conditioner afterwards. I don't know if you're supposed to or not, but I felt that it did leave it a little bit dry, but once I applied my conditioner felt like it was doing so much more than what it normally did. It felt way more moisturising and it literally felt like my hair was soft and smooth. After blow drying, I can't really say that this increased the volume, but it did make my hair feel so much softer. It felt really, really clean, like squeaky clean, and it was much easier to manage. What I will say for this is even on the 2nd day, my hair felt pretty clean. Ordinarily, I do have to use some dry shampoo. I've been using Batiste at the moment, but since using this, I haven't needed to use the dry shampoo at all on the 2nd day. This is literally amazing. I have fallen in love with this. I would quite happily swap my shampoo over to this. To go along with that Lush Sea Salt Big Hair product, I also got the Ocean Salt Face and Body Scrub. I have had this before and it is one of my firm favourites. Again, this has got sea salt in it, and this is, I use this more of as a face scrub and kind of on my elbows for the dry skin. I do tend to use this in the shower as I find it easier. Again, this has got a slightly different scent to that one. This got more of a coconutty scent to it, and you can definitely smell the lime in this too. It's quite refreshing and it's really invigorating when you put it on in the shower in the mornings. I've been using this every other day so as not to dry my face out, and just pop this on, massage it in a bit and then rinse it off with water, and your skin is left feeling so soft. And again, with that sea salt, I really feel like it's getting in and exfoliating my skin, getting rid of any dirt and grime that's been on it from the day before, and also removing any makeup residue that's been left on. Next up is a foundation. As you know, one of my aims was to be experimenting with a few more foundations. This one is the Maybelline Superstay 24 Flawless Fresh Foundation, and I've got it in the shade 10, which is Ivory. So that's the bottle there. It's very similar to their Look Better Naked Skin foundation that they've just recently released. It is a tad too dark for me. I did kind of find that the shade range was difficult to match for my personal shade. I was kind of in between the 2 shades and I didn't really want to fork out for 2 of them to try and blend them together for it not to work. So I just stuck with this one. The formula of this is really nice. It's not too runny and it's not too drying. It's easy to blend out and it applies really nicely. I found that it gives like a really flawless finish to the skin, and this does last all day. No matter what I'm doing, I've had a few days where I've been running around like a headless chicken and obviously notice a bit of a dewy sweat coming on my face. This has stayed put and hasn't budged. It's not smeared or gone cakey. Overall, it's a really good foundation and I would recommend this one. It has kind of a nice matte finish. I do top it off with a bit of powder, but just translucent, just to make sure it has extra staying powder. And I really like that it's a breathable formula. You don't really feel like you're wearing it. Next up is a lip product. I have a couple of lip products to talk about. This is one that has grown on me. Originally I hated it. I still hate the smell, but I really like the packaging and the product itself. It's the Revlon Just Bitten Kissable Balm Stain. As you can see, I have had this one for a while as it's a bit faded. And this one is in the shade 001 Honeysuckle. So it's kind of like a deepy dark rose pink, and that's the colour just there. What I hate about these is they have like a weird mentholy smell, and I hate it when it is on my lips and it's just underneath my nose and I keep getting a whiff of it. Thankfully it does wear off after a little while and it's not such a pungent smell. I do really love the formula of these. They go on a little bit glossy but not overly, in that you'd get your hair stuck in it if you're moving around and stuff. I love that it's so easy to apply. You've got the pencil kind of shape of it that you can kind of draw the outline on for your lips and then fill in really easy. And it literally takes about a minute to apply this. It's super easy just to add a hint of colour to your lips. I am tempted to go and try some of the other shades, but again, I'm just put off because of that smell. If they got rid of the smell, I would love these. They would be amazing. But I have put it in my favourites just because I've been really enjoying using it, and I've been reaching for it more and more often just because it's so easy to use and really, really simple. Some more lip products here, and I've put these three together. I like them all equally as much. And this is the new range from Maybelline. It's their Colour Drama Intense Velvet Lip Pencils. Now these are said to rival NARS. I have a NARS pencil and obviously I have these guys too. I would say that the NARS formula is a little bit more creamier, but for a drugstore version, these are amazing. They are £5 each, and at the moment in Boots they are on 3 for 2, so I grabbed obviously 3 of them. And I picked up the shades Fab Orange, which is this one here, Light It Up, which is like a reddy shade, and then I wanted a more natural pinky colour, so I went for this one, which is Minimalist. I am going to do a full review of these on my blog, so I won't go into too much detail, but I love the formula of these. It's really, really nice. They come in a handy pencil and they're not too big so that you can carry them around in your bag. I love that they're matte and they're not drying on your lips at all. They're super easy to apply. It is a really, really fantastic range from Maybelline. I've really been loving using these three. I've been getting an awful lot of use out of these three this month. On to my final favourite of the month, and it's the Topshop Illuminator. Again, I have done a full blog post on this reviewing it, and I will put the link to that below. But I wanted to mention it because it's a really versatile product and I've been loving using this month. I've not had it for very long, about a week and a half, but I have literally been using it every day since. It's super handy to carry around with you during the day because it's kind of multi-use. I use the bottom section there as kind of like a highlight. I then use this middle section kind of like bronzer or for a contour along my cheekbones, and then the top section I use as a blush but blend it out so that it's not too dark. You can swell your brush in the whole lot and then give yourself an all over kind of glow, but I just quite like using the three as separate ones. I find they're quite nice. I love that it comes in this little compact. The only thing I would say is it's kind of like the NARS packaging, and as soon as you get any fingerprints on it, you can't really rub them off. I don't know if you can see that there, but there's a few foundation fingerprints on it, and it really annoys me when that's left on packaging because it just looks like it's been well loved, granted, but it kind of just ruins it a little bit. So that's the only quibble I have with that, is the packaging. But generally I think it's a really, really great product. I've really been getting into Topshop products recently, and I'm sure I will be trying out a few more, especially as they've launched the new foundation and the new face range with like primers, concealers and foundation. So there you have my September favourites. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back next Thursday with a new one for you. See you then. Bye!